Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm setting things up. Okay. Okay, Scotty. I'm setting things up. Okay. So, what we're gonna do here? Some kibitzing. We're gonna kibitz. Boom. Shut this off. Oops. So it's VinceChase with white. I haven't seen this player before. Versus Guillead. Guillead? How to pronounce it? Guillead. Guillead. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Twitch.tv Sibit64. Sibit was taken, so 64 is like squares in the chessboard. I don't know. I didn't put much thought into it. Maybe I should have. So what's going on here? Looks like black has sacked the house. And now he plays knight g4, threatening mate. White has to give out the queen. So material is equal, but now he won a piece here. Yeah, kibitzing. I'm sibitzing. Brilliant. Need to cover that. I'm sibitzing. Sibitzing. I'm sibitzing on this game. I always jump into a... black is winning. Also, he's destroying him on time. This is an interesting match. They've been playing for a while. It's what, 7-6 now, or was it before or after the game? It's 7-6 for Guillead. Guillead. I don't know if you have a suggestion. So Queen's Indian. They're playing really fast, like a bully game. Queen's Indian. Bishop f4. Whoa, 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 whoa. Isn't that a rare move? Like a computer move? Is that what Borislav Ivanov played against some guy? Italian guy, to arouse suspicion. But no, I played against Guillead. He's a FIDE master from Argentina. Argentina. From the Argentine. I don't know. Same country as this Leo Messi guy. And Javier Zanetti. Anyway, Queen's Indian, the biggest expert for black in this at the moment, I would say, is Sergei Karyakin. If you want to play the Queen's Indian, definitely look at his games. So white breaks in the center with e4, but black takes on c4. So it's a pawn sack. But white can play something like... Oh, he can... No. Bishop f1 is not possible, then takes on b3 and f1. That's good for black. It's an exchange that he wants. But at the moment, you know, there's this weird tension between the b3 and the c4 pawn. White doesn't want to take on c4, and also black doesn't want to take on b3, because then a takes b3 will activate the a1 rook, will attack the bishop on a6. And if the bishop on a6 moves, then rook takes a7. So now it takes on b3. Pawn takes b3. I mean, there's basically nothing else. So what can you do now? Bishop a5 might be possible if you want to hold on to the pawn, because b4, then queen takes b4. If the queen wasn't there, then b4 would have won a piece, but it's possible. He goes knight b8, protecting the bishop. So white has sacked the pawn, but he has good center. He's going to play d5. He does not want to open up for the rook on c8. So d5 seems like the move. Okay, yeah, this is looking really dangerous. I mean, the black pieces are just out of play. The bishop on a6 looks like a quite unusual Useless diagonal. Bishop on b4 is out of the game. Meanwhile, white is lining up his pieces on the king side. Bishop, the knight, the other bishop. The queen can switch over to some diagonals. So it's looking really dangerous. What happened there? Joey started playing. What do we want? Joey or the 3-minute game? You have to give me some votes right now. Vote in the chat. Joey or the 3-minute game? What do we want, guys? Go back to the 3-minute game. That's the vote. So we are going to do that. Yeah, I'm back. This one till it's over, says one guy. Okay, so I lost the thread here. What happened? Let's go back and view 8-4, 8-6. Yeah, okay, he won the exchange. Okay, I lost the thread there. He won the exchange, but black has 1 pawn. However, his pieces just look, especially this bishop, it looks out of play. White has control over this d file. Looks good. If you want Joey to get loud. So do you want Joey after this game? Yes or no? Okay, white is just winning here. I mean, the rook entered the 7th. He couldn't do that. Now it's just bishop takes 8-6. Game, set, match. What's the killer blow here? What's the killer blow? Oh, he has 10 seconds. I didn't notice. He has 10 seconds. Okay, knight takes 8-6. Pawn takes g6. Something like. Okay, he's defending for the moment. Bishop c3. I mean, it must be losing, but I mean, he has only 10 seconds, so he has to find the win. c4, attacking the rook. Knight takes f7, queen g6. King goes to f8. It's not mate. He should go to f8. It's much better. Why not to f8? Now he's just now he's lost. Now he's gonna do it. But see, the time went back to 14 seconds. What is this? But they have almost no lag, so I don't understand. He had 10 seconds before, he went back up to 15. Is it the increment? I think it's 3-0. Okay, so white won. Do you want Joey? Okay, we're gonna go back to Joey. But they started another game. Joey doesn't seem to be playing right now. So we have, this Guillead likes to play these weird lines. They play so fast, man. It's like they're playing the opening like a bully game. Yeah, Joey's not playing right now. He won his game. So we're focusing on this game. This matchup between Guillead and VinceChase. Who is this VinceChase? I don't want to have a look. Go look at the other computer. Members, VinceChase. Because I haven't seen him around. VinceChase. Yeah, it's 8-6. Okay, he says he's James Cartelli from New York City, United States. Member since February 18th, 2013. He says he's a FIDE master and USCF rating 2350. Okay, I mean, that's believable. I mean, he's holding his own against Guillead, who's a very original player. He plays some really weird lines. But this game, just trying to gain focus on this game. The material is equal, but yeah, white just won a pawn. The black one's right back, okay. But it just looks weird because he has this great pawn on d6. It looks like something went wrong here for. Looks like something went wrong for black. For instance, he can't take on d4 really. Queen takes, and this knight f6 check is just going to be huge. Yeah. c5. He's attacking the knight on e4. Interesting attempt at a tactical solution. If knight takes c5, does he want? Well, he can play knight f6 check maybe. Followed by, yeah, he has to take now, otherwise he wins a piece, and then bishop takes. And he's just threatening queen h6. I think this is game over. We're just gonna have checkmate. What can he do? Can you see it? I don't see it. So I'm just expecting resignation within a few seconds. I don't see how to defend against queen h6 and queen g7. Just don't see it. Mate in 2, they say, and yeah, well, actually mate in 4, you can take on c2, king takes, bishop b7 check, postponing the mate, but it's mate. Queen h6, I don't understand. Why not resign? I mean, is he going to play queen d4 and play on with a piece for the queen? He's just going to give the queen away. But it just takes and comes back. I mean, what's the point of this? Hoping he goes, yeah, he's hoping he goes king h1. That's a brain fart, man. Okay, do we have another Queen's Indian? g3, bishop b7 yet. This is a rather passive Queen's Indian. If he takes, he's going to go knight h4. When he wins the pawn back, and that's a nice square on f5 for the knight. I don't like this. Like this. The black seems too passive. So okay, this is a great position for white. It's too passive for black. I mean, if he goes, well, it's probably gonna go a4 now. Okay, he doesn't. Probably would have gone a4 there, just to stop everything that black is trying to do. b4. Okay, but white seems to have everything under control here. White seems to have everything under control. Momentsky. Just a moment, I need to do something here. Yes, this. Okay. Yeah, I just hate black's position here. It's just like ultra bad Benoni. I mean, he has no play really. White can just build up at his leisure and attack. c5. The problem is, well, maybe this was the best choice. At least to get some pressure. Probably he's going to take and go knight f2. Just cover the e4 pawn, and then try and reorganize and get some pressure on the d6 pawn. which seems to be the weak point in black's position right now. So yeah, black had to do this. I mean, he was so passive, he had to try to get some dynamic counterplay. I mean, he gave up this weakness on d6, but at least his pieces have some chances to become active now. And yeah, knight f2 that I said before, maybe then knight c5. And white does not want to take on yeah, maybe e5 is a tactical move here, that's true. Yeah, so knight f2, knight c5, white does not want to take on c5. Then he would be giving up the bishop pair. Rook f2, okay, if he takes with the knight on e4, he's going to take back and try and take on g7, check on d4, but it's not working, is it? Bishop takes, knight takes, yeah, bishop takes, knight takes. So we want to double the rooks. So looks like black just won a pawn here. He may even be able to take on h3 now. Bishop takes h3, winning 2 pawns. Why not? Okay, so he settled for winning 1 pawn. So somehow white went from a position that I thought was close to overwhelming to being a pawn down. So he went wrong somewhere. I think before when he played b5, he should have played a4, because then there's no b5, and as soon as black goes c5, we have a Benoni structure, and white can retreat the bishop on d4. I hope you're following me, but then he can retreat the bishop on d4. We have a Benoni structure, and in Benoni structures the bishop is not good on b7, so white would have a great position. Instead, black is now a pawn up. But will he be able to win? Also, he has a big time edge. White has 22 seconds versus 55. So looks like VinceChase with black, or his real name, which is James Critelli. Looks like he's going to even this match at 8 apiece. He's up a pawn and winning on the clock. So hard to imagine him not. Well, now is he bundling a pawn? Well, can black play d5? Needs to keep an eye on the a5 pawn. Couldn't move the knight, so king c5. King can't really go anywhere. The knights c7, c4, they're covering the entry squares, b5, b6. Okay, so one pawn back. But now, what? His time went to 20 seconds? I mean, if you're watching the stream, yeah, even if you're watching a recording, you can see that the time went up there. Which is strange, because they don't really have... Maybe it's my lag. I must have some lag. Because they're both averaging around 130 milliseconds, which is... Yeah, it's my lag probably, right? Must be my lag, because they don't have much lag. Yeah, it's my lag, okay. So the time match isn't as big as I thought, so now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, white is mounting a comeback here. He's mounting a comeback. Now he can't lose. King takes h5. Can't lose anymore. Why isn't he taking on d5? Okay, it's just a draw now, so... So that was... yeah. That game went back and forth. It was a weird game. Okay, so 8.5, 7.5. We have Sicilian, smith-morra gambit, c3. Pawn takes, knight takes. No, he goes e5. Not really familiar with the theory here. But they're playing it really fast, so it seems like they played it before, or that they know it pretty well. Let's take with a knight, otherwise a5 is hanging. So let's take stock here. Pawns are equal. Okay, yeah. Let's say there's a 6-second lag on my feet. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. That's true, but once I see it on my screen, maybe it's 2-3 second lag. I see it on my screen, but then there's yeah, I counted before. There's 3 seconds from when I see it on my screen from when it goes to the broadcast. Okay, thank you for the comments. Nara Shikamaru. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So yes, this was indeed a smith-morra. Yeah, they had similar pawn structure in the first game that I was commenting on, when Guillead was winning the queen. He had a big attack. Matafi asks, is the sacrifice part of the opening? The pawn sacrifice. Pawn to d4 and c3. If he's asking about that, yes, that's the definition of smith-morra. d4 pawn takes, and then c3. That's a pawn sacrifice and the definition of the smith-morra. The rook for the knight. Rook for a knight is called an exchange. Let's see. Can't go back here. Okay. Can't go back there. Okay, so wow, what's going on? Lost focus. Seems to me that white is just winning now. He's up the exchange and 2 pawns. Black can get 1 pawn back on b2, but white will just play rook b1 and take on b7. I like a move like b3 now, followed by c4. Yeah. Okay, now he just has to watch out for the fork on c2, so he plays rook d1. Now he wants to win the pawn on d3. Seems white should be able to okay. It's going to be down a piece. He can just play rook somewhere and take back. So it's a whole piece. No pawns for it, so white should win here. But I said that already last game, so. But VinceChase from the show Entourage, that's where he gets his screen name from. He should even this match at 8.5 apiece here. Rook e7 threatens mate on e8. Oh, he has to. Well, no. Can you bring it home, Winnie? Can you bring it home? I think he can. Shouldn't be too difficult, really. He can even just go for the rook endgame now. Take on b7, take on a7. Rook takes b7, rook takes e6, rook takes a7. I mean, he's up like a million pawns. And the thing with when you have 2 connected pass pawns like he has the a and b pawn, it's so easy to move them forward. You can just bring the rook to a4, go b4, a3, then you move the rook to a5. You move up like, you know, like a staircase. Rook to a5, pawn b5, pawn a4, rook a6. Pawn b6, pawn a5, rook a7. Pawn b7, pawn a6, rook a8, and then queen. Can't really do much about it, but what he's doing seems to be fine as well. So 8.5, 8.5. Interesting match. Another Queen's Indian, it seems to me. A passive Queen's Indian, usually they go bishop a6 and bishop b4. So let's see. I thought the white got a great position last game, but he didn't handle it all that great. Okay, black can go g6 here and go for a fianchetto, like a Benoni type position, but the knight d4 is controlling c6. So okay, white doesn't need to hurry here. He can play, yeah, okay, bishop g5, that's fine. You can play like preparatory moves, like h3. Whenever black goes a6, go a4. Then you just go. He should go a4 now. He goes b4. Interesting. I don't like it. But okay, it might be fine as well. Because now he has the c6 square. It's not what I would have done, but opinions different. Yes. Knight takes a4. Maybe h6 now. Maybe play with d5. Okay, it might not work tactically. Queen c8. He wants to get out of this pin. That's very natural. So now maybe he's threatening to take on d5. Knight goes back to c3. b6. Yeah, he's ganging up on the d5 pawn. Can white go e4 here? I mean, black is getting counterplay. The thing is, with my approach with a4, I just want to keep all counterplay down. Play a4, and then slowly play h3, and try to organize e4. Both games that he played, he allowed black to get some counterplay. You know, I think this line that black is playing in the Queen's Indian, it just seems too passive. Seems too passive. Okay, this could be a dangerous pin. Because pawn f3 is going to win the knight. He can't play h5 here. Because pawn f3 wins the knight. But what about... Yeah, okay, he has to keep an eye on the d4 knight. So queen d1. Can he play knight b2? No, then he takes on g4, but then he will take on d4. Knight b2. Can I do that? h5. Ooh. Okay, but okay, this might be fine. If f3 now, I think knight b2. It's a sort of a f3 knight b2. It might be a perpetual. It's a theme that I know from the Grunfeld, because d4 is hanging, so the queen can't move away from the d-file. So knight b2, queen d2, knight c4. Where does the queen go? Goes to d3, knight b2 again. Where does the queen go? d2, knight c4 again. So either white must allow a perpetual or take on b2 when black takes on d4. So no, he didn't miss f3. He was afraid of these knight b2 ideas maybe. Or did he see it? Knight c4 now. Knight b2. So the only way for white to get out of this is to take on b2. So it takes on d4, takes on c4. What's going on? Bishop a7. Yeah, it keeps pressure on f2, but do you want to weaken your king side so much? I think we'll go to g7. I think he will go to g7. Knight takes f2, but then we take the queen. We take the queen on c8. I don't see any dangerous discovery with the knight, and the king will be safe on g2. He goes to a7. Interesting. Commercial. Just a short one. Okay, so we unpinned, and yeah, okay, now what I said before might be coming to fruition. Can I say that? Is that proper English? The bishop on a7 is weakening the king side. He can play queen d2 now. Now all he has to do is to protect this square, f2, and then the queen can move. Queen, rook c2, queen g5. Looks very dangerous. This is unnecessary. He doesn't have to do that. Now he can take on f2. Yeah, but queen g5, okay. Why did he do that? h3, g5. There's a square there. It's not mate. Rook h8. So rook c2 and then queen g5. He went horribly wrong with h3. And now if my lag is not giving me a hard time, he should lose here on time and on position. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, takes it. I mean, he can do anything. 2 time. And now VinceChase is leading. 9.5. 8.5. Another smith-morra, the same line. It's always interesting when they play a blitz match and play the same line over and over. It can become like a match in who's more stubborn. Mine, Mato Jelic? No, I don't know. But okay, I can do Yugoslavian voice, you know, former Yugoslavia. Maybe you are Serbian, maybe you are Croatian, maybe you come from Bosnia, but then maybe you have talk like this. Okay. I don't know Mato well enough to to do an impression. More Morgan Freemanish. Hello. I will now do... No, that's not Morgan Freeman. I will now do commentary on this game. Every game, same line. But this looks so dangerous for white. Looks so dangerous. Okay, Ryan J. Pashak. You have to watch the recording and give me the timestamp on when I sounded like Mato too. So after this. They play the same line over and over. He sacrificed 2 exchanges now. 2 exchanges. It's a crazy position. My feeling is white should be better. I mean, where's the attack? He wants to go bishop a3 now. Exchange some pieces. He's up 2 exchanges, so if he can... the more pieces he can exchange, the better. Okay, knight f3. But, okay, if we take, queen takes h3 onto f4. No! Take it out! I think f4 defense. Now there's no check on g4. You have to look out for rook e3. He can take... Oh, I thought he could take and play f4, but then we have perpetual. The knight f3. Can he play rook e3 now? No. No, that's too dangerous. Rook e3, knight f3, rook takes f3, pawn takes f3, queen f1, queen g4, check, king h1. I think it's only a perpetual. I think it's only a perpetual. If he takes on e5, wow. It seems like a perpetual also. Bishop takes e5. Pawn to f4. You can check on g3 and h3 endlessly there. So I think rook e3. That's so nice move that that black found there. Somebody saying f takes e5. Okay, but bishop takes e5. How to defend? F takes e5, bishop takes e5. You can only play f4, I think. You can only play f4 there. Okay, it went okay. Queen f1, only move. Queen g4. Probably king g1. I don't see more than a perpetual here. Will you play like... No, I can't. Okay, I think we like the king on g1. So queen h4, queen h4. We like the king on g1, queen h4, and g5 if he wants to try to win. But there's bishop a3, so... What? I mean, this is only a perpetual. This is only perpetual. Yeah, but pretty exciting draw. Yeah, the thing is, the queen is tied on f1, so black can go for the perpetual almost anytime he wants. King e7. If rook takes d2, queen g5 check. He's gonna try to win. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's winning on time. Queen takes c3, right? Yeah, he's just up 2 pawns. That was amazing. That was a pretty exciting game. Just so hard to defend for white. So hard to defend. So yeah. So black is up a pawn. And he's leading 30 seconds on the clock. So I thought this was quite an exciting game. I went like all Morris Ashley's on you guys there. I went all from Iceland. I don't have a website yet. If I get the chess.com YouTube gig, I will do that. Otherwise, I have website plans of my own. So waiting for that. By the way, if you like what I'm doing, go to the YouTube trial thread. It's here. Sorry to spam. And vote for my ass. We will do lots of these Kibitzing, man, Kibitzing pattern stuff. Look at my channel, man. Patterns. It's gonna rain patterns, man. Patterns is what it's all about. What the hell happened? Guillead. Guillead. It sounds so French. I can't believe he's Argentinian. It sounds like Guillead. I'm French. Okay. Now he went for bishop b4 and bishop a6. This is more normal. This is more like a modern Queen's Indian. What am I pronouncing wrong? I am pronouncing something wrong. How to pronounce it? Guillead. Ah, G like in Guillermo. Guillermo. That's better. So like Guillermo. Guillead. Guillead. Is that better? Guillead. Yeah, I have a friend. I have a guy who played on the same team as I did in the British League, called Guillaume. Guillaume. I have to check it out. A bit better. Thank you very much. So no focus on the game. Again, Queen's Indian, and black is playing it more modern now. Thank you very much. So they're playing it more modern now. Before I thought black was playing it way too passive with bishop e7, bishop e7. But I went bishop a6 and bishop b4, which is a more modern treatment of the Queen's Indian. And if you have a database and you like this opening, you should look at the games of Sergei Karyakin, the former Ukrainian, now Russian grandmaster. He now plays for Russia. Somehow that's possible to change your allegiance somehow. But that's what he did. But he's one of I don't know where he's now. My guess is top 10 in the world. But he's a wonderful player. I do. Somebody saying in the chat that I get good positions but blunder them away. That's been my story here when playing myself. So interesting game once again. So once again the sacrifice of the exchange, but for 2 pawns. And as we know, an exchange and 2 pawns is material equality. And here I like white. Here I like white because the black squared bishop is just so strong. I got an error on the last link. It's twitch.tv Sibit64. Sibit64. If there are spaces, I remove them. The voting one. Okay, thank you. I'll post it again. Remove space between the dash and T. No, it's not a dash. What's it called? Dash. Get down, hyphen. It's a hyphen. Get to the chopper with a hyphen. Look it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it now. Laces and spaces. The hyphen and the spicing. Yeah, thank you. I broke what? Do people in Iceland normally mock Austrians? No, only Arnold. And I'm not mocking him. It's like a shrine. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. Do you want the Terminator doll? Wait for it. The kill! Get down! That's right. I'm a real fan. I'm not mocking anybody. I'm not mocking anybody. So obviously no focus on this game, but VinceChase for the win again. So 10.5, 1.5 for Winnie Chase, and yet another smith-morra. E5, this looks like a really rare line, but they play this thing over and over and over. I agree, they played this so many times. I would like for them to play something different, to be honest. Is this a simul? No, I did the simul like two or 3 days ago. Whenever I say something random, I'm usually answering questions or comments. Somebody was, why same opening? Yeah, this is like a same line. I don't understand it. Queen e4 instead of queen d1. Vortex. Yeah, well, Yeah, okay. So no, he plays f5 then, and if queen takes d3, pawn to e4, forking the queen and the knight. So that's probably why he doesn't go queen e4. So he always gets these dangerous pawns here. Man, yeah, yeah. But what's your other type? FX, ST, Z. Use it, yeah. You can use the jack here also. Take the pain away. Type your love for you. I love you. Yeah, okay, yeah. Someone said type all your comments, and he said, then why you in stream? Yeah, exactly. It must be more fun to listen. Oh, ooh, that's a nice battery on this diagonal. Nobody's trolling me here. Okay, I'm not paying attention to the game. So many jokes and comments. So what's going on? Do we have equal material, really? We have equal material somehow. Such a weird position, man. Yeah. Yeah, you can't, I have, what do you call it? Attention deficit disorder? ADD? I have ADD. So bishop e5. Where does the queen go? Queen g7. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but well, maybe this, if you can keep this this d3 pawn on the knight on c5, then maybe black is doing better here. The king goes back to g8 now. Oh, rook f5. Okay. I thought maybe just king g8 and double the rooks, because yeah, okay. I thought he had a trick there, but he didn't. He didn't. Don't understand. Don't understand. Social security number. I don't need your social security number, but thank you. Somebody is losing it here. I think black is better. I mean, this pawn on d3, the knight on c5 seems like a good combination. And oh, if he takes the queen, knight f7, mate. Look at that move. Look at that move. But he backs up with the queen. Knight f7. Oh, knight f7 and knight h6. He's winning. He's not going to take the rook. Knight h6 and then queen takes d7. The queen takes d7 immediately. Queen takes d7 immediately. No need for knight h6. Ooh. was a nice game. Okay, again, Queen's Indian, he goes back to this passive line. Can White finally get it right? That Queen C3 move. Just wow. Nice. It was really quick to recognize the knight f7 mate pattern. It was pretty nice. I don't like b4. I want a4. Stop his play. He has nothing. Just go a4 and then build up. I don't get it. VinceChase also FM. According to his profile. Just hasn't gotten his title confirmed. Confirmed by chess.com. FM is FIDE Master. FIDE is the International Chess Federation. And FIDE Master is the title you get when you pass 2300 ELO rating. When you get your ELO rating over 2300, you can apply to become a FIDE Master. Somebody with a typical joke, FM is frequent master. Okay. Cue the jokes. I never heard them. Come on, bring it. What does GM mean? What does GM stand for? To tell you about when I played against this guy from Sweden. His name is Robert Bader. He's an international master, so he's international master Bader. I think he's trying to become Grandmaster Bader. What's that? Somebody put a link. I'm so curious. You can't. No, I can't be looking at links when. I got 2194 stop trading. Okay, I'm doing a pretty lousy job of commenting, but now like Rook C3 taking over the C file, White is in control here. But again, I don't like how he's playing against this line. I feel like White should be able to stop all the play with like with a4. Should be able to stop the play with a4, and then quickly expand with e4, h3, e4, blah blah blah. I don't know. Somebody's asking if I could beat wins. I have no clue. I played against Guillead. I can't pronounce it. I'm just gonna Guillead against Guillead. I played like 19 games. We have pretty similar score. I think it's 10-9 for me. But it's hard to say because in such short games it always depends on the opening and the style of the player. So some players, I mean, you just have no chance against because their openings just fit so badly. Then other guys they could have the same rating, but the other guy you're just gonna beat him senseless because the openings just fit better and the style, etc. Blitzmaster, that's like what, Robbie Adamson. I think I only played him on ICC, and I'm pretty sure he beat me pretty good. He's very strong in blitz. So once again we have Guillead trying to attack, but VinceChase is defending. And now he takes on d5, he takes on f5. But what's going on now? He can't take the rook because queen takes. It's gonna be checkmate on the back rank. So queen takes e6, he takes. We can take knight takes d4. Queen e4 looks threatening, but then queen c8 check. He doesn't want to allow that. I must go king g8, I think. Or does he? Or does he? So we have equal material. Generally, they say that the queen and the knight cooperate better than the queen and the bishop. And also, white has this pass pawn, you know, he can take on d6 here, yeah. He has his pass pawn is in front of the king, so maybe he can, you know, make some kind of mating net. What's going on? With the time that they have now, it's going to be tough for white because black can make all these checks. So he's going to try to run away with the king now. King e4, okay. Now he's able to run with the king. So now I think white should be able to win. King e6, he's going to check, but... Ooh, where can he go with the king though? King d4, another check. Okay, king e6 and king d7, yeah, well done. King f7, queen d5 wins, and he won on time. So he's winning on time and position. Well done. So 11.5, 10.5, pretty even match, and they also have fairly even rating. And once again this line. So they played this like, yeah, at least 5 times before, probably more times before that. So always the same line. Knight goes back to f3, castles, castles, all d3. Somebody asked here queen e4, and black probably plays f5, queen takes d3 and e4, winning a piece. So f5 here, he keeps the pawn on d3. He can't take it because of once again the fork, the pawn e4. So he has to give up the exchange. So they have been playing this over and over here, threatening mate on h2. So he has to do something about it. But now black can save the exchange, but then white might be able to win a piece, the piece on a5 with pawn to b4. But here he insists on sacking the exchange. White doesn't want it. He tries to catch up in development, but with the equal material, it seems like black should be preferred here. But like somebody said, b4 is a threat here. Trying to win the piece. But this pawn chain, f5, f5, d3, e4, just looks so threatening. There's always moves like knight and knight f3, like last game, which we won on time. But now, oh, he gets a strong knight on c4. Even if he takes an f8 eventually, if he can play b5, he's just gonna cement this knight on c4. And from there he can try to improve his position. Put the rook on f6, g6. So hard to coordinate the white position. Why not just rook f6 to g6 here? What does white do? What is the plan for white? Rook c8. Okay, he wants to keep this knight, but he could have used the other rook. Let's play rook f6, I think. Okay, he wants to keep the pieces on. I think white would go bishop d4 here. He takes it. Knight takes, probably. It just looks ugly to take with a pawn. It looks so ugly. But maybe, it just looks ugly. It's nothing. I think black is just close to winning here. If queen d2, rook c2, looks horrible. So he goes queen there, but rook c2 anyway. Knight back to c4. Now he's threatening knight d2 with a fork on the queen on b3 and the rook on f1. Pawn to d6. He can't play knight d2 here. It's possible, but he just gets out of this diagonal where the queen was. But now black can, white can win the exchange by queening the pawn on d8. Next move. What about something like... No, 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 no. You can't do that. Why that move? Why not make something constructive? Because he's going to promote anyway, so he just lost the move. I was thinking if you could make some kind of pawn move, like b5 or f4. Queen that pawn, man. That's what they're saying. Surely he has to queen the pawn. What else is there? I just don't see it. Somebody said 93 might have been possible, but yeah, maybe. What if he queens there? Yeah, I don't know. Black. I mean, black should be fine, especially if you can take on d4. So queen c3. I think black is fine here. Just queen d5 and then f4 e3 at some point. I like black here. I mean, he has one pawn for the exchange, but the rook, I mean, it's just so inactive. Where do you go with the rook? The knight is better. So we looked at the time. Yeah, black also has a time match. Over half a minute. Over half a minute, man. Let's check the lag. Yeah, Winnie has 646 milliseconds now versus 138. They had similar lag before. But white is just losing here. This is beyond over. This is over. So 11 and a half, 11 and a half. You think they're quitting? Or are you just quitting? The match is tied, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. They're gonna play on. So you get to know the Queen's Indian. I'm gonna take a toilet break here. So let's just keep the game rolling, or will it not? Maybe we'll just wrap it up. It seems like black is having some lag issues now. Yeah, just gonna wrap it up now. It's been an interesting match. 11 and a half, 11 and a half. Yeah, Vince is disconnected. Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for watching and commenting. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun to do. And maybe we can do more of these. So thank you. See you later. Bye bye.